Green stuff, pink stuff, salads, fluffs, they go by so many names, but I just call them delicious. Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Scott, and welcome to my Time Machine Kitchen. I honestly don't know what year to set the time machine to because today we're making fluff salads for the holidays. I'm particularly excited about this first recipe. It's called Watergate Salad. And Watergate Salad has a very special place in my heart because this recipe is sort of a tie-in with a series I did for Create TV, PBS's Create TV. Yes, mic drop, I did a series with Create TV. I'm going to tell you all about that a little bit later, but first, let's talk about the ingredients that we're going to put into our Watergate salad. Okay, I got pineapple tidbits by accident. You're really going to want crushed pineapple, but I'm just going to chop these up and they'll be just fine. You're also going to need some whipped topping, pistachio pudding mix, maraschino cherries, and I found the green ones, which is going to work perfectly with this recipe. It's a fluff salad, so we're going to need some marshmallows. Now you're also going to need some nuts, and pecans and walnuts work perfectly in this recipe, but I'm actually going to use pistachios because I just kind of want to reinforce that flavor from the pistachio pudding. The first time I ever saw this dish was about 25 years ago when one of my brother's girlfriends brought it to Thanksgiving. You guys, I was such a snob. I was like, what the heck is this green stuff? Luckily, I didn't have to try it because the marshmallows and the whipped topping were not vegan. Fast forward a few decades and I realized that the pistachio pudding was vegan and that I can now get marshmallows and whipped topping that are vegan, so maybe I should give this thing a try. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I also added sweetened shredded coconut. The more exciting reason I was thinking about this was because I was developing recipes for my Create TV cooking show called Retro Recipe Remixes. For that, I took this Watergate salad recipe and made it into the most delicious pie. I'll leave a link to that episode I did for Create in the description box below. Two things about this recipe so far. One, I sort of half drained my pineapple because I like for my Watergate salad to be a little bit firmer. If you're okay with a looser Watergate salad, then go ahead, add the pineapple and the juice all together at once. So the second thing is we're supposed to add marshmallows to our Watergate salad. Now I like to let this chill for a bit and then I add my marshmallows at the end just before I serve. Okay, this mixture is going into the fridge to chill and that gives me time to make my pink stuff salad. Now, I did not include pink stuff salad in my series with Create TV, but trust me, I did my homework. This is the recipe I see most online. It features cherry pie filling, whipped topping, pineapple, and some kind of nut seem to be standard for the pink stuff, but this recipe also calls for a can of sweetened condensed milk. Here's another common recipe, just 4 ingredients, but it's the strawberry jello that makes it pink instead of the cherry pie filling. And I'm kind of judging here, but cottage cheese? Now this recipe has it all. Cherry pie filling, condensed milk, pineapple, whipped topping, marshmallows, coconut, walnuts, and cherries. I like where this is going, but it's way too similar to the Watergate salad. After reading what felt like a ton of recipes online, I finally settled on one from That Midwestern Mom. She makes Minnesota salads that aren't really salads. That's the best impression I could do. Now, I love her. I also trust her, even though this recipe calls for sweetened condensed milk, which I think is going to make this so unbelievably sweet, but it's the holidays and I guess we can deal with it. So we're also going to need cherry pie filling, more pineapple, more whipped topping, and more marshmallows. Here we go. The origins of these fluff salads are really tough to nail down. It looks like the Watergate salad likely was born in the mid-70s under the name Pistachio Delight. But there's an urban recipe legend that it was renamed Watergate Salad to coincide with the Watergate scandal, maybe because both the salad and the scandal were full of nuts. Now with this pink stuff salad, the Midwestern Mom didn't add red maraschino cherries, but I just gotta. For both of these recipes, if you prefer the marshmallows to melt into the mixture a little bit, then go ahead and add them before you chill. I like for my marshmallows to have a little bit of a bite. I really want you to know that there are marshmallows in this recipe, so I always chill and then I add the marshmallows just before I serve. Now for this pink stuffed salad, I found lightly pink vegan marshmallows at Trader Joe's. They are peppermint flavored, and I think this is going to be a great twist on that Midwestern mom's recipe. Tastes like Christmas, tastes like Christmas. So many people have told me that both the Watergate salad and the pink stuff are staples on their holiday tables. And they're not desserts, they're side dishes. Now, even though I didn't grow up with fluff salads, they're a sweet part of my life now. We love them in the summer, and I'll always have great memories of creating my Watergate pie for Create TV. Slowly but surely, fluffy salads are now my traditions too. I am definitely going to put these in fancy bowls because, you know, it's the holidays. But first, I feel like we have to do some taste testing, some quality control. Okay, first, the Watergate salad. Now, I have had this salad no less than 7 million times, but it never gets old. I really love it every time. So I may have had that 7 million times, but this is the first time I've put pistachios in there, and that is absolutely delicious. I typically put pecans, but pistachios, that is a winner. Okay, now for the pink stuff. I have never had this salad. I have a feeling it's going to be super sweet because of that condensed milk. All right, here we go. Oh, I stand corrected. Yes, I think that condensed milk did make things nice and sweet, but it also made it super creamy. It's very different than the Watergate salad. And let me just say, that little marshmallow that has the peppermint flavor, that adds such a good little twist to this recipe. I am in love. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we got to go for the perfect bite. All right, I don't want to mess things up here. So we'll put a little bit of this one on here. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, a little bit of that one. And then a little bit of the pink stuff. Sorry, I'm excited. I think I threw a cherry on the floor. Oh my gosh. That's delicious. That is like holiday in a fluff salad. Absolutely delicious. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you who tune in and spend a little time with me. I want to know if your family makes fluff salads. If so, what kind do you make and when do you make them? Have a great holiday, and remember, you are always welcome here in my time machine kitchen. Fluff salads. Oh, gotta clean that up.